Y'all ready for this? Woo! You got to hit some dance music now, dude.
I am ready.
I get pumped up for Rocket League, man. I got to get some techno going in my headset. Pump up the jam time. This is going to go off. And jam doesn't said is a pun in any way, shape, or form, but we will be pumping up the jam tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. EJ, you've got a little bit of lag on your side. Every now and again,
Yeah, I know. I have no idea why. I'll shut Twitch off, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. And just check that you don't have maybe a torrent or something in the background, or maybe some other sort of video playing.
No, I have no other streaming media playing. Everything's off. It's all good.
I'm keeping an eye on the Twitch chat, so you can keep the Twitch closed for now, and I'll get on the shout-outs.
Having said that, dude, we do have Romanian listeners tonight, so shout out to all the wonderful people over in Romania tuning into tonight's Rocket League and looking to kick the Rocket League scene off in Romania in a big way.
So I am just keeping an eye out. Let's see what sides the teams join, because I have picked that Jam Gaming is going to be on blue, but I actually think that 0.1 hit ratio is higher in the bracket, and so they might be going on blue because that's how we like them to do it. So we'll just take the that off the team names. Oh no, Jam is on blue. So we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first game of the big one, Tuesday night. And straight away, we are into it. Sure Thing from 0.1 hit ratio gets the first hit. And we are into the game.
All right, so I'm going to track a bit of Orion action here, because I think if I say his name right at the first start of the game, I won't get it wrong. Nice aerial defense there, just clears it out and pushes downfield. Picks up the can. He might get that in here for it. No, the ball's too high over the front of goal. And not able to get a ball low enough there for an aerial goal. Prices to start this one off.
Yeah, so straight away, teams are looking to be evenly matched, EJ, as they start off here. Jam had a huge amount of momentum coming into last week's big one. That actually carried them into second in the power rankings, but they're just going to have to find their feet, I think, after a little bit of a gap. No competitive play since Tuesday last week, unless they actually participated in one of the other Rocket League tournaments, maybe on Thursday. There's a shot on goals. Dumbo from miles away puts in a nice little soft floating goal over the Jam boy's head. Nicely done.
And just on that, we'll run through the teams that we have here for tonight. Playing for Jam, of course, we've got Sifo, Orion, and Didge. And for the other team, Crisis?
Dumbo, Auracrow, and Sure Thing, representing 0.1 hit ratio, who have they've thrown the gauntlet down and have gone 1-0 up in the first game. Big one tournament series, if you haven't seen one before, ladies and gentlemen, is a best of 3 through the early rounds until you get to the grand final, and then it becomes a best of 5.
Shot! Goal!
Jam Didge from within his own zone with a long-range strike into the top left-hand corner of the goal, EJ.
All right, Onions from the kickoff doesn't get the first touch. That goes to Sure Thing. And he was pretty happy to get a first touch as a Sure Thing. Play down the center of the field. It could be a goal. Oh, that was pretty close. That was pretty close. The aerial block comes in, and it's going to be pushed out by the 0.1 hit ratio. We can't call them that all night, surely.
I don't know. We should maybe call them just 10%.
10%.
Or 1 in 10, because that's really what it means, right? 1 in 10 goes in.
They get 1 in 10 shots on goal tonight. Here's another one, though, from Sifu. And so they got the early advantage over the Jam boys. But the Jam boys are jamming this ball in the back of the net. And they pick up 2 early goals, or 2 late goals, big goals, out the 2-minute range, Crisis.
Yeah, 3:05, and after that first goal that they conceded to Dumbo's good little piece of control from the midfield through to the orange zone, they've come back with 2 goals in a row, and now the pressure that they're exerting onto the orange zone is pretty intense right now. Dumbo gets a clear out and tries to turn things around. They want to get an equalizer, EJ.
All right, so I'm still following the Orion man around at the moment. And he's on defense as the ball is pushed well forward. And this could be another goal here. Crisis just cleared out by Sure Thing. Ryan round the wall, gets the centre ball, cleared out by one of the boys from 10%ers. Hit targets. What was their full title? Hit shots.
1 in 10.
0.1 hit ratio is the
Hit
name.
ratio. We'll call them hit ratio.
0.1 will be a adequate name for them. It's a bit long as it is.
They could actually have called themselves 0.1 hit radio, because 0.1 sounds like a bit of a frequency.
Defensive action. It's nudged back towards the goal. But it's Ryan's beautiful defense clears it out there. Pushed back in by Auracrow.
Opportunity for Orion to carry it up, gets knocked back, but straight away returned by the blue team, and the ball into the orange zone. A nice little demo there, clears out Sifo and puts pay to that offensive attempt from the boys of Jam. The ball sits up now. We're following Orion. He gets a nice midfield through ball, strikes it up. The ball set up now, bounces high, hits the roof. He gets up into the air. This is an aerial competition, but his eyes just not in, and he puts it wide of the net. EJ.
Ball pushed back down towards the hit ratio, boys. Goal by the Jam team. Jam's a nice and easy one. EJ's pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your name simple and you'll probably get it called out on air.
Well, I don't know. Orion is probably pretty simple, and you've called him Orion a couple of times already.
I called him Onion as well, dude.
You know what I tried to do the other night?
An aerial shot doesn't quite connect right in front of goal there. Dumbo with the beautiful clearance. They've got 52 seconds left on the clock here, pushing it downfield. Desperate to get a goal here to take it equal and push it into overtime for this first match. Quick ball back down the other end of the field. Blue on offense here. Jam having a shot at goal, and it's Orion gets the goal. Prices and takes it to a 3-1 lead.
Wow, he put that in between a couple of defenders who, oh no, in fact, it was right between two defenders, bounced up the wall, and he finished it off, anticipating the angle correctly, putting it into the goal. 3-1, and that is 3 goals in one direction for Jam. Oh, an opportunity gets defended out. Beautiful play there, and Orion gets the clear, carrying the ball forward now, puts it into the middle. Sifo tries to carry it up and meets Orion in the mid lane.
Gets it into the center. Crisis, the big aerial doesn't get it. Dumbo backs up his own center. Crisis, 16 seconds on the clock. They're 1 goal down. I think they can do it. 16
seconds is a huge amount of time. You can score 3 goals. Sequential Soma told me about one game where they were 3 goals in the lead, with 17 seconds to go, and 3 goals got scored against them in those 3 seconds. So definitely doable. We're following Dumbo. He is probably the MVP at the moment. It gets knocked way out of the blue zone, and just to seal the deal, Orion picks up another goal.
Oh, nice shot indeed. Good aerial action off the wall there, just above the goal face, and nudges the ball in. 4 seconds on the clock. They're 2 goals down. They're not going to be able to pull this one back. 1-0 in favour of Jam here in our opening game of the big one.
Yeah, Jam maintains their momentum, EJ, from the last couple of weeks. They are on a roll, and it's becoming a little bit of a question about who is going to be able to stop Jam Gaming, because they are not dropping games.
No, and even when they're under pressure there in that game, they held their nerve. And Orion there, 2 goals, 1 save, 2 shots. Jay Pony, you got to see that first half. What was your take on it?
Yeah, it was good to see a good display from the Jam boys, evening out the goals around. They have 2 very different play styles, with Jam Gaming playing a more Thank you. Didge sits in goals while Orion and Sifo play up front there, getting the goals, and Didge managed to get a goal from the goalie position there, whereas Dumbo, Auracrow and Sure Thing sort of get a more rotation style going on, so both having aggressive styles there from both teams, which is why you saw such a high-scoring game. 4-2 is usually a pretty high-scoring game for Rocket League, and so, yeah, Jam boys just getting a bit more aggression, a few more shots on goals there, and that eventually gave them the win.
All right, 10 seconds down here in the second match of this opening game of the big one for tonight. And I'm just following Dumbo. He was the man of the hour for the team that last game. Gets a nice clearance away from his goal there. aerial assistance from his teammate, pushes the ball down into the Jam half, and it's quickly sent back down into the 10%ers goal mouth. And just off the side rim there, Crisis. This could be the opening that they're looking forward to get off to a good start. Ball's in the air. Dumbo's airborne. Does he hit it? Oh, not quite. Oh, it's cleared out by Orion. Beautiful, beautiful clearance. And fortunately, Crisis, they managed to have a player back on defense.
Yeah, nice build-up from the boys of 1 in 10, and just not able to finish it off over there. The softest touch, not quite enough to send the ball rocketing towards the goal mouth that they wanted to put away. He has an opportunity though, but great defense from Didge, who has been on defensive duties all night, as pointed by... how did that happen? As I was singing their praises, Auracrow gives a little... I think he faked himself there. He got it bouncing off the top of his roof and just changed the angle a little bit to get the ball into the back of the net. Nicely done. So just like the first game, EJ, they've gone 1-0 up. Have the boys from 1 in 10.
Up in a second. Oh, Didge with the save, Crisis.
Auracrow with a good attempt there. Orion now carries the long ball through. It's defended nicely though, as he gets a shot credit. That would definitely have gone into the goal, but it was not to be. Great defense from the boys of 1 in 10, and now some good control from Auracrow, who gets the ball back to his teammates, plays a little bit backwards. That's a clever little piece of play there, unexpected from the opponents, because generally what seems to happen is players push the ball forward. They don't really pass the ball back to each other a huge amount. So nice piece of play there. The ball sitting up in the midfield now. Just not really stymied, but nice interchange between these two teams. No real power on it though, and the pass is just not on. Didge decides to break the deadlock though, comes forward, carries the ball into the orange zone, and now it's sitting up there for the pressures to start mounting from... Jam has a shot. That was Didge with a little shot, and Sure Thing with the halo to clear it out, EJ.
Crisis, I think part of the issue is the anticipation of both teams on defense. They're blocking the ball, so when the teams are trying to clear the ball out, they're getting sideways on it, and they're getting the blocks on. We're seeing a lot more blocking in this particular game that we didn't see in the first game from both teams. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left on the clock, and we've got a 1-0 scoreline with a long-range shot. Just saved! Oh my goodness! How close was that?
That would have been a carbon copy of the goal that he scored before, so he knows how to do it, and Orion will be kicking himself after not putting away the finishing touch there. That is an opportunity gone begging, but there's still 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining of play, so they'll have the opportunity to have another go at it, EJ, but they first got to get the ball up into the orange zone. That's what Sifo does. He gets the ball bounced off it, crosses the goal mouth at speed, and Orion not there to put it away. But they'll have another chance, another shot going off the side, but great defense. We've got 3 defenders, EJ, at the moment for the boys from 1 in 10.
I'm still with Auracrow. He's got a chance here. He just got on the wrong side of the ball as he pushed it down into the blue goal mouth. We do have the crossfire come in, and it's well cleared out there by Sifo. But here it centres again, and more defence on. This time it's Didge. So their double line defence is working well. We've got a minute on the clock, and there you go. As soon as they clear it out of one-end Crisis, it's down the other end and they score. We've got this game locked up. 1 goal all, 59 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Sure Thing got himself into position, but his jump boost up to try and defend that shot at goals just slightly over, and so the equalizer comes with less than a minute to play now. There's an opportunity, long range out of the air from Sifo. Dumbo with the halo clears it out. He has another attempt from Auracrow. He's done that all night long, dribbling the ball on the roof of his car, but it's cleared out quite aggressively as we now stick with Jan Orion on defensive duty. He's fallen back, doesn't want to concede that last goal, and looks to at least force a golden goal overtime for the second game.
All right, just following Sure Thing there. He got right down on offense and almost got the aerial shot in. He did get back on defense, doesn't quite get the clearing shot downfield that he needed to push that play down into the blue area. And a ball, 10 seconds on the clock, is in front of the orange goal. 7 seconds on the clock. Really only chance here is to Jam to snatch this one at the last second. And we're going into overtime in game 2. Overtime in game 1 went the way of Jam Gaming. This is the big ones. Crisis and EJ from GameStar bringing you all the action. We'll get a Jay Ponage's view on this match at halftime, or at the end of the game. Not quite halftime, Crisis. But all I can say is, wow, what an opening game to the big one this Tuesday night.
Yeah, fantastic play from these two teams going and head-to-head with each other. 1 in 10, putting it up to the current number 2 on the power ranking. So this is a tough game for them. Jam have been on a roll, and if they lose this game, it'll be the first game in a number of weeks that they have lost because they have been carrying themselves to victory over and over. Orion sets the ball up, beautifully done. An open goal in the end is all that he needs. Sifo set it up for him. A nice little fake, in fact, from Sifo. And that sets the ball up nicely for Orion. That is a 2-0 victory, and the GGs go out from both of the teams. Good play from 1 in 10, but their road ends here and now paid by Jam Gaming.
Well, MVP Crisis out of that match. Who took your fancy in that one? Before we got to wait for JP to catch up. Jay Ponish catch up. Crisis, who did you think MVP'd it?
I mean, it's tempting to give it to Orion. He played really well in that first game. I loved that little fake-out move that Sifo put together that set Orion up. So that is a great assist. Special mention to Sifo. Didge did a great job in the back of the goals himself. But, yeah, ultimately, I think it's got to go to Orion again. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Before you say anything, the alternative, of course, is to recognize that Dumbo and Auracrow put goals away against Jam Gaming.
The other team stood up, and sometimes it's the heart shown by the other team. And I was going to go Auracrow.
All right, well, I don't have any objection to that. Auracrow gets the MVP for that first game. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes as soon as we have game number 2. Sorry, shout out to French Fries, who has asked what game number 2 is. We're not sure at this stage. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with game number 2. Stay tuned to GameStar TV.
Thank you.